Hey travelers, welcome back to Laura's Travel Talk. Today we're going to be going to our unique, fun, and weird spots to visit across the U.S. Part 5. Why? Because it's the gift that keeps on giving. But I am also in Lake Tahoe right now on vacation, so I wanted to get a quick video out to you guys. It might be a little bit jumpy, but bear with me. The first spot we're going to go to is the Spite House in Alexandria, Virginia. You see there on the picture? The Spite House is the skinniest house in America, and it's only 7 feet wide, and it was built purely to block noisy neighbors, and some say part of a divorce settlement. Hence, Spite. But I could put a couple pictures inside here because my visiting tips are it is privately owned, so you can't go inside. But it's a cool spot for a quick photo stop while you're exploring Old Town Alexandria, which is a really cool place to go. But I put a couple of inside pictures here for you so you can see exactly how narrow it is. So basically it's part of the, tiny house movement. Enjoy. Okay, our next stop is going to be the Clown Motel in Tonopah, Nevada. So if you're afraid of clowns, which I've never understood, clowns to me make me happy. But here we go. It is a kitschy and creepy motel packed with over 2,000 clown figurines right next to a haunted cemetery. So you can go in there and you can look at all the clown figurines, or you can see this. But my visiting tips is if you are afraid of clowns, maybe you just visit the lobby, for some pictures. But the rooms book up fast. So if you want to spend the night, if you dare, reserve online early because you'll see that's at 3 a.m. Try to make it so you're scared. And there's the cemetery. Have fun. So next up, we're going to go to Altoona, Pennsylvania, and we're going to go to Gravity Hill. Why is it great? Well, Gravity Hill is a weird stretch of road where the cars appear to roll uphill instead of downhill, like the road looks, or the opposite. And it's really kind of interesting if you've never been there or a place like that. And the best thing to do, the best tip is if you go with a car that has a manual transmission, then you can throw it into neutral and just, watch the full experience happen because it is kind of a freaky thing. You look like you're headed uphill and your car starts rolling downhill. It's really, and also it's better if you go in daylight because it's a little safer, but it's always more fun at dark. Have fun. Okay, this one's pretty cool. This is Jules Undersea Lodge in Key Largo, Florida. Just like it says. Why is it great? Well, it's a hotel that you have to scuba dive to go into. You sleep underwater with the fish swimming past your window. Look at that. How cool is that? My visiting tips would be you have to be scuba certified. And if you are not, you can take a short diving course there that they'll do for you just to get you so you can get into the water and get into the hotel. But you have to book well in advance. And they will, once you get in there, do a pizza delivery for you at night. And they have a lot of beverages in there. But once you're in for the night. And it's about $1,300 if you go by yourself. And it's about $1,700 for a couple. But it seems like a pretty cool experience if you are a diver. And then here's a couple of inside shots of what it looks like there. So have fun. Next up, the Hobo Museum in Britt, Iowa. Why is it great? Well, it's a museum dedicated to the American hobo culture, featuring artifacts, stories, and even a hobo convention every August. And just, a little factoid, hobos were itinerant workers in the late 1800s. They weren't bums. There was a little differentiation there, just, for clarity's sake. So visiting tips, I would say check the hours before you go because it's a small museum with limited space and it's not open every single day. But if you go in August, you can meet a real modern day group of hobos and that looks pretty fun. So have fun. Okay, next up, we're going to Independence, Missouri to what? Layla's Hair Museum. Okay. I don't make this up. This is why this series is the gift that keeps on giving. Layla's Hair Museum is the only museum in the world dedicated to art made from human hair, featuring Victorian hair wreaths and even locks from famous historical figures. I mean, you look at these and it's pretty interesting because they're all woven into these really ornate pictures and frames that you would never know was actual hair. But my visiting tip would be it is also a very small museum and it's packed with strange history. So call ahead for hours because it's not open every day. And look at all that hair on that wall. Not for everybody, but interesting nonetheless. All right. Now we're going to go to Robert H. Treman State Park in New York. It's up in the Finger Lakes region, and we're going to see Lucifer Falls. Why is it great? I don't even think I have to tell you. Look at the pictures. Holy cow. It's a dramatic waterfall, and it's got the name straight out of a horror movie, Lucifer Falls. My visiting tips would be for you, go in late spring because then you get the best water flow it's melted off of the mountains. And the hike is moderate, so bring good hiking shoes. But this to me looks well worth it. Look at all those people out there. They have a platform out there and they can all jump into the water and dive in and enjoy. This place looks really beautiful. Get out there to Lucifer Falls. Okay, here we go. We're going to go to the very large array in Socorro, New Mexico. What is it? Why is it great? Well, it's a giant field of huge radio telescopes, like you see there, that search the cosmos for extraterrestrial signals. Of course it's in New Mexico. Visiting tips? Well, the best time to visit is during their self-guided walking tours or special events where you can see the dishes move. So call ahead, or I put a link to the site so you can check hours and activities before you go. Enjoy. Well, there you have it. Part 5 of our unique, weird, and fun spots to visit across the U.S. And as you can see, it just doesn't end. As usual, I'll ask you to put some comments in and tell me which of these places would you want to visit first, or which is kind of out of the realm of possibility. I think some of them are pretty cool. But don't forget to subscribe and like. Helps me out with my further content, and I love doing this. And then let me know if there's a place that you want me to review sooner rather than later. And until then, go get scuba certified. You can't miss that.